Hi all, good afternoon to all guys. Uh, I have launched the technical polls guys. Just click on that, whether my voice is clear to all or not, and my screen is visible clearly or not. Hi all, good afternoon. Let's respond to the polls guys, please. Okay, so I hope this is good to start the class. You know? Okay, I'm ending the poll. How are you all? Okay, chalo. So today we are going to start our new topic, that is trigonometry, right? And this is the lecture 1 of trigonometry. We'll revise. Already you studied all these things in your school, and just to what we'll do, we'll revise all the formulae and also all the procedure, all the concepts of trigonometry, which will help you in your exam, right? Okay. Chalo. So we're going to start our topic, new topic, that is trigonometry, and it's very much interesting. Don't worry, because many of you might have thought that it's a very complicated topic. No, actually, if you understand these concepts, and if you understand all the things, no need to worry about this topic. And it will be helpful a lot in your competitive examination as well as in your board examination also. Because why you are studying this topic? Why? Because trigonometric is a special function. So in calculus, we are going to hugely about these topics, all these formula, all these functions, all these things. We are going to study. Okay. So let's start today's class. Okay. So in this session, what we are going to discuss, first we'll see introduction, history and application of trigonometry, and then we'll move through the angles and measurement of angles. Okay. And then trigonometric ratios, then we'll go through the fundamental trigonometric identities, already which you know, and signs of ratio, allied angles, and then we'll summarize all the things. Okay, let's start. So we are going to start what is introduction. Okay, so introduction to trigonometry. So here it actually, from where it came. So actually trigonometry is derived from two Greek words. From two Greek words. एक तो है trigon and दूसरा है metron. So trigon means three sides and metron means measure, right? Okay, I forgot to record the class. Just a minute. Yeah. ठीक है? And this is actually all about trigonometry. Hence, trigonometry is a field of study measuring the three sides of a triangle, and subsequently three angles also, sides with angle also. Okay, so let's start. So these are some pictures in your screen, and you can visualize all these things. Actually, the Egyptians are credited to first use the knowledge of triangles to build the pyramid. Egyptian तो पिरामिड बनाए थे ना. Okay, next Greek mathematician contributed to the development of trigonometry significantly, and it is believed that our Aryabhat from India who developed sine and cosine, है ना, ठीक है. And next में later the Persian developed the most of the modern day trigonometry. Okay, so where we use all these things, what is the use of these things? You can simply, in many fields we are using trigonometry for measurement. So when suppose when the distance between sun and earth, and also if I'll ask you to measure the height of this mountain, and also if when the fireman comes to your home, when so how they fix their ladder to the where the fire is begins, वहां पे हम कैसे लैडर को सेट कर सकते हैं, फिक्स कर सकते हैं, कितना एंगल में रखने से वो क्या होगा, इतना एंगल्स में रखने में हम जहां पे आग लगा हुआ है वहां पे पहुंचेंगे. ठीक है, ऑल दीज थिंग्स where we are using trigonometry. Okay, चलो let's start angles in trigonometry. So what is angle? Who can say what is angle actually? Anyone? So angle is actually the rotation of the amount of rotation of a side, the amount of rotation of a ray, we call it as initial ray at a fixed point from one place to another place. We can simply say this is angle. the amount of rotation of a ray at a point that is called vertex, and this ray is called initial ray from one place to another place. है ना? So that is the amount of rotation of a ray is called, what is that? Angle. Okay. So we can measure the angles in two different ways. One is anti-clockwise direction, another one is clockwise direction. Okay. So this is my initial ray, this is my terminal ray, and this is my vertex. Okay. So when we are going through, when we are measuring the angles in anti-clockwise direction, we can say that angle is positive angle. And when we are measuring the angles in clockwise direction, we can say they are negative angles. Okay. And what is vertex? Point of rotation. है ना? All these things, already you know all these things. है ना? Chalo, let's move. Measurement of angles. There are three systems of measurement of angles. First one is English system, or also we can say this is degree system or sexagonal system. Okay. So first one is कैसे हम English system को derive किए थे, है ना? A right angle is divided into 90 equal parts called degree. You know all these things, है ना? One right angle is 90 degree, and 90 degrees further divided into 60 parts. That is, we call 60 minutes, है ना? And 1 minute further divided into 60 seconds. That is 60 seconds. Okay, and the notation of minute and seconds are like this. Okay, so this is actually English system, है ना? Where we are using this system mostly, why use system in this practical work. Okay, so let's forget about these things, come to our topic. Okay, second thing is French system, है ना? What is this? One right angle is divided into 100 grades, and 100 grades further divided into 100 minutes, and 1 minute further divided into 100 second also. Okay, this is okay. 1 grade further divided into 100 minutes, right? Okay, this is one idea. Okay, chalo. So the last and the next thing is last system is circular system, and which is actually used in our topic, है ना? That is circular system, है ना? Circular system क्या होता है ना? A right angle is taken equivalent to quarter of the circle. You know, if I divided a circle into 4 parts, so each part will give you a right angle, है ना? Right angle देखा कि नहीं बोल? First quarter part of the circle of radius 1 unit, है ना? So one right angle is pi by 2 radian. You know all these things. One right angle is equal to pi by 2 radian, and 1 radian is equal to angle. What is 1 radian? Angle subtended by the arc of the length. Angle subtended by an arc length equal to the radius of the circle. Okay, that means angle subtended by, what is radian? 1 radian. Angle subtended by an arc length. Suppose this arc length, okay, equal to the radius. अगर ये जो arc length जो भी होगा, radius मेरा वही होगा, then what is the angle subtended at the radius, at the center? We call that is 1 radian. And this is my 1 radian. Okay, so length of arc is, we know what is the formula? Theta by 360 into 2 pi r, है ना? So r is equal to 1 radian क्या हो जाएगा? R is equal to, what is radius? 1 radian upon 360 into 2 pi r, and 1 radian we are getting here 360 upon 2 pi. That is simplify. After simplifying, what we can say? So 1 radian is 180 degree upon pi, and pi radian is 180 degree. We know all these things. Okay, so let's move. Now here you have a concept test. Very simple question. Convert 450 degree into radians and convert 4 pi by 6 into degrees. Quickly respond in the chat box. Oh, Aviskar. So these notes will be available. Okay, let me discuss with the management people, and I will tell you where you will get these notes. Okay, we'll arrange something. We'll do something. No problem. So convert 450 degree into radian. So how we can convert? We know that 180 degree is pi radian. We know all this thing. And so 1 degree will be pi upon 180 radians. Okay, so 450 degree will be pi upon 180 into 450 degree. है ना, सॉरी डिग्री तो नहीं करेंगे हम, ठीक है, उसको कैलकुलेट करो, जो भी आएगा दैट इज योर रेडियन, है ना। तो उसको अगर हम कैंसिल कर देंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा, ये हो जाएगा 3 में कैंसिल करेंगे तो 6, ये हो गया 15, देन 2 फर्दर, देन 5, है ना। सो 5 पाई बाई 2, 450 degree is my 5 pi by 2 radian. And if I ask you to convert 5 pi by 6 into degrees, how we will convert? So simply nothing to worry. 5 pi by 6. Simply in place of pi, you have to write 180. Let's see. Because we know pi radian is 180 degree. Na? So in place of pi, we can write 180 by 6. So that is 150 degree. It's very simple. Na? ठीक है ना, I hope all of you understood these things. Let's move. Move to the next thing. Okay, you know all these things in class 10th. Huh? You need these things. Huh? Yes, trigonometric ratio. है ना? So how we can find the trigonometric ratio? By using the right angle triangle. है ना? So angle whose measure is greater than 0 but less than 90 is called an acute angle. We know this thing. So above 90 we can say those obtuse angle. Okay. So if you have a right angle triangle ABC and at C point right angle is formed, right? So all of you know what is sine A, sine of angle A, है ना? That is perpendicular. This is my perpendicular, this is my base, and this is my hypotenuse, right? ठीक है ना? So साइन का डेफिनेशन हमें तो पता है ऑलरेडी, वी स्टडीड ऑल दिस थिंग्स क्लास 10, है ना. सो साइन ए इज परपेंडिकुलर अपॉन हाइपोटेन्यूस, दैट इज बीसी अपॉन एबी, एंड कॉस ए इज बेस अपॉन हाइपोटेन्यूस, दैट इज एसी अपॉन एबी, एंड टैन ए परपेंडिकुलर अपॉन बेस, राइट. So by using these three ratios, you can also derive the other ratios. Okay, if sin A is this, then cosec A क्या हो जाएगा? Cosec A will be AB upon AC. The cosec is actually the reciprocal of sin. Yes or no? And if cos A is AC upon AB, so sec A क्या हो जाएगा? What is AB upon AC हो जाएगा. Similarly, if tan A is BC upon AP, so cot A क्या हो जाएगा? Cot A will be AC upon BC. They are very simple things. You know all these things. Okay. So these things already we have discussed. Let's move. There are in your screen you can see there are given some ratios, basic ratios. You know all these things. है ना? Sine of 0, sine of 30, from 0 degree to 90 degree. They have given, right? Sine of 45, sine of 60, sine of 90. Similarly, as well, for cos, tan, cot, sec, and cosec are available, right? Okay. So let's move. Now we'll see. Already, I think all of you know some trigonometric identities you have studied in your class 10. Yes or no? You know all these things. Some standard, fundamental trigonometric identities already you have studied. I hope. If not, then remember. You can derive also. You can derive these formulas from your book. You can find the derivation of the formulas in your book identities. Okay. You know the sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. And also sec square theta minus tan square theta is 1. Cosec square theta minus cot square theta is 1. So these three identities are very, very much important. Remember these things. Never. You should not forget these three identities because they are very useful, right? Okay. We know tan theta is equal to sin theta upon cos theta, and cot theta is equal to cos theta upon sin theta. Okay? You know all these things. So let's move. Now you have an example here. It is given that if tan square theta is equal to 1 minus e square, then you have to prove sec theta plus tan cube theta into cosec theta is equal to 2 minus e square whole to the power 3 by 2. So I am giving you, for this question, I am giving you 1 minute. So try to, by using your identity, try to prove this. Right? Try to prove this. Yeah. Your time starts now. Quickly, guys. Try to prove this. Who did this? You should respond in the chat box. Yeah. Zenvi Latur, Zenvi Mahe, Aviskar. Try it. YouTube guys also. You can try it. very simple proof, है ना? Just you have to use the identities which we have seen in previously. Okay, yeah, I hope all of you did this. Let's see. Who is saying yes first? Who did this? Okay, sure, it's time up. Baby, chalo, take it. What is the proof of this? Okay, let's see. What is the solution? है ना? Given that tan square theta is equal to 1 minus e square. ये तो मुझे already given है. Tan square theta is equal to 1 minus e square. So let's take the left hand side, है ना? Which is sec theta plus tan cube theta into cosec theta, right? So if I'll ask you to take common sec from this expression, if you take sec theta as common from this expression, what you will get? Okay, if I will take sec theta as common, then 1 plus tan cube theta into cosec theta upon sec theta I am getting, right? Okay, next, if I'll ask you to find cosec theta upon sec theta, if you will simplify cosec theta upon sec theta, what will happen? So cosec theta we know that is 1 upon sin theta, है ना? And cosec theta we know that is 1 upon cos theta. So if we'll simplify this expression, what we'll get? That is 1 upon sin theta into cos theta upon 1. That is cos theta upon sin theta is cot theta. So we can directly write how cosec theta upon sec theta is cot theta, and keep all this as well, है ना? Sec theta into 1 plus tan cube theta into cot theta, है ना? So sec theta into 1 plus tan square theta. अच्छा, tan cube theta into, here also tan cube theta into cot theta. Cot theta can be written as 1 upon tan theta. So 1 tan theta will be cancelled out here, and you are left with tan square theta. So cot tan cube theta into cot theta can be written as tan square theta. We know by using the identity 1 plus tan square theta is sec square theta. So sec theta into sec square theta. Here I am getting, right? So this we are getting sec cube theta. And sec theta into sec square theta is actually sec cube theta. And we can write also sec cube theta को कैसे हम लिख सकते हैं? That is sec square theta whole to the power 3/2. And we know sec square, in place of sec square theta, we can write 1 plus tan square theta. Yes or no? है ना? So we know 1 plus tan square theta. Already tan square theta is given that 1 minus e square. है ना? So in place of tan square theta, we can write 1 minus e square. So 1 plus 1 minus e square whole to the power 3/2. So 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 minus e square whole to the power 3/2. This is equal to my right hand side proved. है ना? I hope this is clear to all guys. Let's see. 2 minus e square to the power 3/2. Let's see here. 2 minus e square up to the power 3/2. We are getting it. Okay, let's solve another question. है ना? So that the equation sin theta is equal to x plus 1 upon x is impossible if x is real. So that is what he is saying in the question. This equation is impossible if x belongs to real. अगर x एक रियल नंबर होगा तो मेरा ये जो इक्वेशन है ना, this will be impossible. How? Let's see the solution, है ना? Sin theta is given that x plus 1 upon x, right? So if we'll take square on both sides, if we'll squaring both sides, what we are getting? Sin square theta is equal to, we are getting sin square theta is equal to x plus 1 plus 1 by x whole square. That is x square plus 1 upon x square plus 2 into x into 1 by x. And here x will be cancelled out. What we are left with? That is actually x square plus 1 plus x square plus 2. Which is greater than equal to 2, because x square is always positive. X square is always positive. And also 1 upon x square is always positive. This is also always positive. ठीक है, ये भी पॉजिटिव हो रहा है और ये भी पॉजिटिव हो रहा है. Some positive number plus some positive number plus 2 will be greater than equal to 2 or not? Yes, it is greater than equal to 2. But we know साइन थीटा का है ना, इन द फंक्शन टॉपिक ऑलरेडी वी सीन है ना, कि साइन थीटा जो है तो मैक्सिमम वैल्यू ऑफ साइन थीटा इज 1 है ना, साइन थीटा इज ऑलवेज लेस देन इक्वल टू 1 एंड ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू -1। तो साइन स्क्वायर थीटा क्या हो जाएगा ना, साइन स्क्वायर थीटा विल बी ऑल्सो ऑलवेज लेस देन इक्वल टू 1। so sin square theta cannot be greater than 1, right? So here, but here we are getting sin square theta is greater than equal to 2, which is not possible. This is wrong. Which is not possible since sin square theta is always less than equal to 1, right? So that's why this equation is impossible. This equation is impossible. Is it clear, guys? Everyone? Is it clear? Yes? Shall I move? Okay, let's move. Now we'll see sign of trigonometric function. Okay, I hope I have to stop the video because below the video some figures are there just for a few minutes. Okay, let's see. See here, sign of trigonometric function है ना। तो सर्कुलर सिस्टम में साइन को हम कैसे मेजरमेंट करें, ठीक है। चलो देखो, एक्चुअली द डेफिनेशन ऑफ साइन ए, कोसेक ए, कॉस ए एंड टैन ए क्या होता है, ठीक है। साइन ए इज एक्चुअली, these are the particular definition, these are the definition of sine, these are the circular definition of sine, cos and tan, right? Sine a is actually, you in physics also you have studied that is what is projection है ना। Sine of a is actually what is that, the projection of radius है ना। If I take the projection of radius on perpendicular axis है ना, if I take the projection of radius on perpendicular axis, ठीक है, अपन रेडियस, दैट इज, देखो इफ आई टेक द प्रोजेक्शन ऑफ दिस रेडियस, तो सपोज दिस इज, तो ओपी का जो प्रोजेक्शन होगा, ये जो ओपी का प्रोजेक्शन होगा ये होगा, दिस विल बी योर प्रोजेक्शन ऑफ ओपी ऑन परपेंडिकुलर एक्सिस, राइट है ना। तो ये क्या बोल रहा है, एंड दिस साइड इज इक्वल टू दिस साइड एंड दिस इज माय 90 डिग्री है ना। तो क्या हो गया, प्रोजेक्शन ऑफ रेडियस that is this length, projection of radius on perpendicular axis, this upon radius, radius क्या है, ये hypotenuse, that is h है ना, हो गया। So this is actually definition of sine. Similarly you can visualize here also what is cos a, cos a will be actually cosine function कैसे define होगा, the projection of radius on base, that is projection of radius, तो projection of radius क्या हो जाएगा, projection of radius will be this है ना। So projection of radius on base axis, that is this is my base axis, ये मेरा projection of radius on base axis or x axis you can say, right, upon radius this। तो cos a क्या हो जाएगा मेरा, cos a will be क्या हो जाएगा मेरा, that is b upon है ना, base upon height, base upon hypotenuse ना, ठीक है ना। So this is the definition of cosine. Similarly also from tan टेंजेंट का डेफिनेशन में क्या होगा ना, परपेंडिकुलर प्रोजेक्शन ऑफ रेडियस, परपेंडिकुलर प्रोजेक्शन ऑफ रेडियस ऑन परपेंडिकुलर एक्सिस, दैट इज दिस साइड है ना, परपेंडिकुलर रेडियस, परपेंडिकुलर प्रोजेक्शन ऑफ रेडियस ऑन परपेंडिकुलर एक्सिस, दैट इज पी है ना, दिस लेंथ है ना, अपन प्रोजेक्शन ऑफ रेडियस ऑन बेस एक्सिस, दैट इज पी बाई बी है ना। We know na, tan A is actually perpendicular upon base, P upon B. We know this है ना। So P, ये projection, this length is equal to this length, so this is my P and this is my B. So इसका जो projection है radius y axis के ऊपर जो projection है, this length will be equal to this length, and radius का जो projection है किसके ऊपर, base axis के ऊपर, ये हो गया, so P upon B. These are the definitions of, क्या हो गया, these are the definition of sine, cosine and tangent. I hope all of you clear about this concept, right? Is it clear? Chalo, let's move. Now we'll study sign of trigonometric function, है ना। So I hope you know all these things, है ना। Just I will revise all these things. You know, all the trigonometric functions are positive in first quadrant. मतलब sine, cosine, secant, cosecant, cosec है ना, and tan, cos, all are positive here in first quadrant, all are positive in first quadrant, and sine and cosec are positive in second quadrant, and in second quadrant except sine and cosec all are negative, है ना. Here only sine and cosec are positive, and in the third quadrant tan and cot, ठीक है, tan and cot are positive, and in fourth quadrant cos and sec are positive. ठीक है, understood? ठीक है, चलो let's see. Remember, in first quadrant all the trigonometric functions are positive. In the second quadrant, except sine and cosec all are negative, and in the third quadrant except tan and cot all are negative, and in the fourth quadrant except cos and sec all are negative, right? Let's see, let's understand. Let's solve a question. ठीक है, let's solve a question. If a is equal to cos 2 and b is equal to sin 7, then find the sine of a and b. Angles are given in radian. That means ये मेरा 2 radian है, and also sin 7, that is also my 7 radian, है ना. So then find the sine of a and b, whether a is positive or not, b is positive or negative, a is positive or negative, b is positive or negative. Can you solve it, guys? If a is equal to cos 2 and b is equal to sin 7, then find the sine of a and b, and angles are given in radian. Can you solve it? Let's see what is the solution. Actually, what happened, you can see here, we know pi is actually 22 by 7, that is approximately 3.14. we are taking ना, है ना. Pi is equal to approximately, pi को हम बोल सकते हैं 3.14. okay, and cos 2 can be written as cos of pi minus theta, है ना. that is 2 radians is actually, है ना. pi जो है ये मेरा रेडियन 0 डिग्री पाई बाई 2, ये मेरा पाई रेडियन, ये क्या हो जाएगा 3 पाई बाई 2 रेडियन. yes or no? yes or no? So 2 cos of 2 radian, so 2 radians, if pi is 3.14 and pi by 2 is pi by 2 is 3.14, and pi का वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगा, that is greater than. so pi actually जो ये 2 is lying between pi by 2 and pi. yes or no? है ना, pi by 2 and pi, है ना. so pi by 2 को क्या वैल्यू है 3.14 by 2. yes or no? pi by 2 का वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगा 3.14 by 2, and pi तो दिया है मुझे ना 3.14. so ये 2 कहाँ लाई करेगा, where 2 will be lying in the second quadrant, and we know in second quadrant sine and cosec are positive, or except sine and cosec all are negative here in the second quadrant. That means a is negative in second quadrant because cos 2 is lying in between pi by 2 to pi. That means cos 2 जो 2 radian है, that is the angle which is lying in second quadrant. And we know in second quadrant cos is negative. That means ये जो cos 2 होगा that is my negative value, and from where we can conclude a is negative, cos 2 is less than 0. Similarly also we can check for sin 7. so 7 where it is lying, 7 is equal to, we can write 2 pi plus theta, मतलब 7 कहाँ लाई करेगा 2 pi, मतलब fourth quadrant में लाई करेगा 7. here 7 radius lies in fourth quadrant. Is it 2 pi plus theta na? No. Where it will be lying? In first quadrant, because here again when I am moving from 0 to 0 itself, that means how many angles we are moving? 2 pi radian, है ना. so 2 pi plus theta, that means it is lying in first quadrant. so we know in first quadrant all the trigonometric ratios are positive, so simply we can say sin 7 is positive, है ना. that is b is positive, a is negative and b is positive, है ना. a is negative and b is positive here we are getting. I hope this is clear to all of you guys. Let's respond in the chat box. Is it clear to all? Chalo, let's move to the next thing, है ना. Here you have a concept test. Find the value of the other 5 trigonometric functions in each of the following questions. If tan theta is equal to 5 by 12, where theta is in third quadrant, है ना. It is given that tan theta is equal to 5 by 12, right? So try to find other trigonometric ratios by using this value. Chalo, let's start. Okay. So what is the answer? Anyone got the answer? Please respond in the chat box. Anyone got the answer? Please respond in the chat box, guys. Yes. YouTube guys also, you can respond in the chat box. Yeah. Let's move. What is the answer? है ना? If sin since theta is in third quadrant, ये मुझे दिया गया है. This is given that theta is in lying in third quadrant. So only tan theta and cot theta are positive in third quadrant, right? So tan theta is equal to, if tan theta is equal to 5 by 12, so what will be cot theta? Cot theta is the reciprocal of tan theta, that is 12 upon 5 हो जाएगा. So what is okay? So if this is my theta, okay, this is my theta, and tan theta is given as 5 by 12, that is 5, this is 5, this is 12. So ये क्या हो जाएगा? Find out this value. Here also by using the right angle triangle also you can simplify the question. And since tan theta is equal to 5 by 12, we can also here by using yes, right angle triangle. So ये हो जाएगा 12 का स्क्वायर क्या? 144 minus 25. 144 minus 25 कितना हो गया मेरा? 144 minus 25, because hypotenuse क्या हो जाएगा? नहीं, प्लस होगा ना, सॉरी प्लस होगा ना, because hypotenuse is base square plus perpendicular square, है ना? तो 144 plus 25 कितना हो जाएगा? 961, 169. So 169 का रूट ओवर क्या हो जाएगा? What is the root over of 169? 13, is it? 13 square is 169 na? Yes, है ना? So 13. So here I am getting 13. Okay. So sin theta is lying in third quadrant. So sin theta क्या हो जाएगा? P upon S, that is perpendicular upon hypotenuse. That's 12 upon 13. Sorry, 5 upon 13. But theta is lying in third quadrant. That's why I am giving you a negative sign. है ना? Theta belongs to third quadrant. That's why, and we know sin is negative in third quadrant. Only in third quadrant cot and tan are positive. So cosec theta क्या हो जाएगा? Reciprocal of sin theta is cosec theta, that is minus 13 upon 5. And cos theta, what is cos theta? B upon S, that is 12 upon 30, minus 12 upon 30, because theta is lying between in third quadrant. That's why in third quadrant cos is negative. So here minus 12 upon 13. Sec theta क्या हो जाएगा? Reciprocal of cos theta is sec theta, that is minus 13 upon 12. Right? Yes, SN77FC. Hello. ठीक है, ये हो गया. चलो. Here also you have another homework. Take it is as your homework. Chalo, let's move. You can take a screenshot of this question. It's a very simple thing. Okay. Okay. Chalo. Now we'll see what is allied angles. So allied angles means two angles are called allied angles if their sum or difference is a multiple of pi by 2. Okay. Sum or difference. Suppose I am taking here minus 5 by pi by 3 and pi by 6, minus pi by 3 plus pi by 6. So what you are getting here? That is LCM is 6. You हो जाएगा minus 2 pi plus pi. That is pi by 6. Yes. So pi by 6 is a multiple of pi by 2. Is it minus pi by 6? No. Pi by 6 is a minus pi by 6 is a multiple of 2 pi by 2. Yes. Because when I will multiply pi by 2 with minus 1 upon 3, you will get minus pi by 6. So it is a multiple of pi by 2. That's why they are called allied angles. So rules of finding the allied angles कैसे हम find करेंगे, है ना? First is express the given angle in terms of multiple of pi by 2 or pi. Express the given angle. जो भी angle तुम्हें दिया गया होगा in terms of multiple of pi by 2 or pi. Second is if multiple of pi, then ratio will not change. If you are getting multiple of pi, if you are expressing in multiple of pi, then the ratio will not change. Else the ratio will change to its complementary ratio. I will understand all these things. Don't worry. Okay. Sign of value will depend on initial ratio and the quadrant of the angle. Okay. So let's see. By taking an example, suppose I am taking sine of minus theta. Suppose this angle is theta. So what will be your minus theta? Minus theta will be, this is my clockwise direction and this is my anti-clockwise direction. So I am taking minus theta. So minus theta means this is my minus theta. And we know sine here in the fourth quadrant, sec and cos are positive. Okay, except these two ratios, all other ratios are negative in fourth quadrant. So that means sine of minus theta is minus of sine theta. Is it clear? Similarly, cos of minus theta, but cos of minus theta is cos theta. Why? Why? Because cos theta is positive in fourth quadrant. And similarly, tan of minus theta will be minus of tan theta, right? Because tan is negative, है ना? In fourth quadrant. Cot of, similarly, ये भी हो जाएगा minus cot theta. Sec of minus theta will be sec theta, है ना? Sec of minus theta will be sec theta because sec is positive in fourth quadrant, but cosec negative होगा, minus cosec theta. Okay, let's see another example, है ना? Some other angles. Sine of pi by 2 minus theta is equal to cos theta. You can see here, pi by 2 minus theta. That means they are lying in the first quadrant. Suppose this is my theta, this angle is my theta. Then pi by 2 minus theta क्या हो जाएगा? ये मेरा pi by 2 minus theta हो जाएगा. ठीक है? If this angle is my theta, this will be my pi by 2 minus theta. Or yeah, ठीक है ना? So sine of pi by 2 minus theta. So I already told you na, if you are getting multiple of pi, then the ratio will not change. है ना? If you are getting multiple of pi by 2, else the ratio will change to its complementary ratio. So here I am taking pi by 2 minus theta. I am taking pi by 2. That is pi by 2 का multiple है ना? That means the ratio will be changed to its complementary ratio. That means sine convert to cos, because here I am taking pi by 2, है ना? So pi by 2 minus theta, and we know all the trigonometric functions or ratios are positive in first quadrant, right? So similarly ये क्या हो जाएगा ना, pi by 2 minus theta. That means pi by 2 लेने के टाइम क्या होगा ना, the ratio will be changed to its complementary ratio. Cos क्या हो जाएगा? Cos का complementary sin हो जाएगा. Tan का complementary cot हो जाएगा. Cot will be tan, sec will be cosec, and cosec will be sec. Okay. Similarly, when I was taking pi by 2 plus theta, that means it is second quadrant angle, है ना? And we know in second quadrant sin and cosec are positive, otherwise all other are negative. And but here I am taking pi by 2. That means sin will convert to its complementary cos of theta, because sin is positive in second quadrant. That's why we are getting cos of theta. When we are taking cos of pi by 2 plus theta, we are getting minus of cot theta, right? Minus of cot theta. Similarly, cot क्या हो जाएगा? Because tan is negative in second quadrant. Cot क्या हो जाएगा? It is also negative. And pi by 2, we are taking pi by 2. That's why cot convert to tan. Sec convert to cosec. And sec is negative in second quadrant. Cosec convert to sec. But here cosec is positive in second quadrant. That's why it is sec theta, right? But when we are taking multiple of pi, what is happening? The ratio will be same. That means sin will be sin, cos will be cos, tan will be tan, cot will be cot, sec will be sec, cosec will be sec. But pi by pi minus theta, it is lying in third quadrant. So in third quadrant, tan and cot are positive. Tan and cot are positive. Otherwise, all are negative. So see here, in the third quadrant, pi minus theta, na? Sorry. It is also in the second quadrant. I'm sorry, guys. This is also in the second. Pi, this is my pi, na? So pi minus theta is also in the second quadrant. That means here also, sin and cosec are positive. And otherwise, all are negative. So that's why when you are taking multiple of pi, the ratio will be same. But when you are taking pi by 2 minus theta, 3 pi by 2 minus theta, the ratio will be changed to its complementary unit ratio. Okay? But when you are taking pi minus theta, 2 pi minus theta, the ratio will be same in both sides. But the sign change according to the quadrant. Here we are taking second quadrant. That's why only sin and cosec will be positive. Otherwise, all are negative. Here also you can see pi plus theta, third quadrant, tan is positive. But and also you can see here all the trigonometric ratios will be remain same. Okay? Remain same. And except tan and cot, all are negative. Right? Let's move. Similarly, you can observe for 3 pi by 2. Here we are taking pi by 2 ka multiple. Right? That's why ratio is convert to its complementary ratio, and sign, you can give the signs according to the quadrant. Also for 3 pi by 2 plus theta, likewise you can take, right? Chalo, let's move. Trigonometric ratios of any angle you can find this by using the same procedure. Okay, let's move. Here you have a problem, है ना? You can take it as your homework. Take a screenshot of this question and you can try it in your room. And also here another questions you have, you can take it as your homework. Okay, guys? Okay. Thank you all. So what we have completed in this session: allied angle, trigonometric ratio, है ना? Ratio, allied angle, and और क्या? Allied angle तो देख लिया ना पूरा, ठीक है? So these things, these important two things are we have covered in this session. So that's all for today's session, guys. Thank you all. Chalo, bye bye. Take care, all of you. You can leave. It's time to leave in the class. You can leave now.